Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those eyes? Stay tuned. Alright YouTube, it is me, Random Ross, and today we are doing another top 10, the top 10 horror monsters of the noughties or the 2000s. So, these are going to be featuring monsters from between 2000 to 2009 as voted by the Horror Amino community. If you don't know what Horror Amino is yet, you should by now if you've seen the previous videos. It's a free app you can download for free, where it's all horror. I will leave links down below. It's available on iTunes and Android. Okay, so, yes. Top 10 horror monsters of the noughties. What are we going to have in this top 10? Well, let's find out right now. This is a series of top 10s spanning the decades, and is building up to the top 10 horror monsters of all time. But we have 9 finalists. We just need one more, and that will feature in next week's top 10. Anyway, let's get on with it. The top 10 horror monsters of the noughties. At number 10, we have The Coroner, the Final Destination series. Only ever appearing in Final Destination 1, 2, and 5. This mysterious character portrayed by Tony Todd is, well, his origin is unknown, but who is he really? Is he really deaf? We don't know. He's never really explained in the films as from that weird guy that tells you about, Death's List and the Valley of the Living. Yes. At number 9, we have Samara the Ring, from the remake of 2002. It's a American remake of the 1998 Japanese horror flick called Ragu or something. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yes, they voted Samara at number 9. At number 8, we have Victor Crowley, Hatchet, 2007. Portrayed by Kane Hodder, from who I know as Jason, and he's the best version of Jason. Just wish he had better stories to work with. Yeah, so I haven't really seen much of the Hatchet series. I think I've seen Hatchet 1 and that's it. I've never had the chance to see 2 and 3. Maybe I'll try and get them and watch them. But yeah, they voted Victor Crowley at number 8. At number 7, we have Toshio Saki, or something from, the boy from The Grudge, the 2004 reboot, with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Now I've only seen The Grudge once, but yeah, he's that creepy little ghost kid who was drowned in the bath by his father, along with his mother being killed, and they haunt the house that's cursed. Okay, what's next? Number 6, we got The Hybrid, Alien vs Predator Requiem, or just simply AVP2. A hybrid mixture between the Xenomorph and the Predator. If you've seen the first Alien vs Predator in 2004, 2008, they had the hybrid. Because it ended where that Predator had the chest buster, but it wasn't quite a Xenomorph. It had a little bit of a Predator in it. So yes, the hybrid. I'm quite surprised it's got quite a lot of votes, because I thought he'd be a lesser known monster or a forgotten monster. As for Alien vs Predator, in my opinion, isn't really the best one. Anyhow, next at number 5 we have Captain Spaulding, The House of a Thousand Corpses, 2003, and its sequel, The Devil's Rejects, 2005, a crazed psycho clown that is quite funny in some bits of the films, but yeah, he's a wacky, insane clown. He's basically like what Colonel Sanders would be like if KFC had a clown mascot. What's next? At number 4, they voted Jigsaw, Saw 2004, or should I say the entire Saw franchise as it spanned from 2004 to 2010. Yes, sick cancer patient John Kramer decides that people that don't value lives should be taught a lesson and seeing if they really should live. Taking on the name the Jigsaw Killer and having his little sidekick Billy the Puppet, also Jigsaw, who goes and puts people in these deadly games where they can live or die. The choice is theirs. At number 3, we have The Creeper, Jeepers Creepers 2001. Now, this is a personal favourite of me and my cousin Jack's. We love this film. I like this film. I think that the Creeper might be a gay... Well, I think he is a gay demon, but whether he is or not, we don't know. We don't know. He was written by a bloke who was a gay child molester. I won't get into any more detail on that. But yeah, the Creeper, every 23rd spring for 23 days, he gets to eat. And of course, he does. But then he doesn't come back for a very long time. Like a bat out of hell with those wings. Okay, so at number 2, it is Cloverfield 2008. Found footage monster flick where some people are videoing a camcorder of a leaving party, but then something happens in New York. The Statue of Liberty gets her head ripped off and thrown into the middle of Manhattan, and a giant monster is just rampaging through New York City. Yes, and we never get to really see a good look at him until towards the end, where he's looking down at the camera and kills the camera operator guy who's holding the camera. Yes. So, what is number 1? Well, before that, do we have any honourable mentions? Any that I can think of on the top of my head? I can't think of any honourable mentions. Anyway, let's get to our number 1 pick. What the Horror Amino community voted for. At number 1, it is Sam Trick or Treat 2007. Now, this film is an anthology horror film with 4 different stories in with Sam. Sam dressed as a little sort of, I don't know, scarecrow or something, appearing in all the short stories and all throughout the film. When he removes that little mask of his, he's a little jack-o'-lantern head. But yeah, they all voted Sam as number 1, and, you know, that was based on the opinions of them. So, Horror Amino list. So, I mean, the top 10. So, that is the top 10 horror monsters of the noughties. So, yeah, the top 10 horror monsters of the noughties, as voted by the Horror Amino community. I want to thank you all for voting for these monsters on my top 10 horror monsters poll. So yes, do you have a top 10 horror monsters of the last decade? You know, the noughties. Let me know, you know, down below. So yeah, like I said, Horror Amino, I'll leave a link to it down below so you can check it out. You can download it for free. So yeah, be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. Follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, which are also going to be linked down below. And if you want to see any of my previous top 10 horror monster lists from the previous decades, well, you can check that out down below as well. So yeah, till next time, goodbye friends.